And welcome back to the Livingston Parish News Weekly Show, a podcast brought to you by the Livingston Parish News. My name is McHugh David, publisher and editor of the news, and this is Group Therapy. It's a time when I get to sit down with these two gentlemen. We talk about what's going on in Livingston Parish. I'm going to let them introduce themselves real quick, and we're going to start on the viewer's right.
Hey, this is David Gray, news writer with the Livingston Parish News.
On the left.
Hey, this is Rob DeArmond, sports editor with the Livingston Parish News.
And today we are getting into the slow time. The very slow time, the sort of the doldrums of summer. Still plenty going on the news end. Some of the lifestyle.
For Rob, it's a little slow, man.
Yeah, that's fair.
For a minute.
Yeah, right up until we get into wood bat and basketball tournaments and that kind of thing. So we are going to start with you, Rob, just covering a couple of things real quick before we get into the news. You will be meeting for all parish baseball, correct?
That's correct. We're going to do that this evening at Sombreros. They've been really good to us. Basically, I just tell the coaches I'm there to count votes and eat food, and it's always good to meet with them. Though we've been able to do that the past. I think we did it last year. Was the first time since COVID kind of hit, and that was really cool. It's always good to sit down and just meet with them and talk with them and just see what's going on as they head into the summer. And that's what we'll be doing this evening.
Gotcha. And also want to remind folks, as we get into the summer, of course, there's summer baseball, basketball, and football in the form of 7-on-7. Most of that just lasts in June because July gets so hot. I know you said the basketball starts this evening.
Today
or yesterday.
It kind of yeah. If we're pushing this on Thursday, we're recording this on Wednesday, so it's Wednesday. The Woodlawn League is starting up. A bunch of teams from the parish in there. It kind of snuck up on me, to be honest with you. Just kind of go, hey, wait, hold on. But that's good. And like you said, that'll be going on through June, and we'll be trying to get out there. David and myself, we're just fixing to share the schedules for 7-on-7 and basketball, so we can see what we can do there.
And you mentioned 7-on-7 starts June 8th.
That's correct.
And that's a month-long deal, isn't it?
That'll be that they go usually about 4 weeks on that. So just that gives them a kind of gauge to kind of see where they're going. We're coming out of some spring football for all of them, of course. And, every coach I talked to said they've got plenty to build on and also stuff to work on, which I think at this point that's where you need to be.
Sure. Last but certainly not least, and sorry, Rob, I guess we just did all of yours all up front. I do promise that happened organically. You got a call on Friday, and as it turns out, it looks like the Hornets are going to be looking for a new football coach.
That's correct. I was, I guess, about 3 o'clock, 3:30 or so. Coach Knight called me, and he just let me know that he was stepping down as a football coach at Albany. The way he made it sound was he's going to stay and teach, but he's pretty much done coaching. He said, I get to be when the bell rings now, I get to go home. And he's planning on spending some time with his family and racing cars with his dad. That's one of the things he does. I don't know if you guys knew that, but Coach Knight likes to race cars. Lots of times when I called him one Saturday morning, that's what he was doing. He's in the garage working on cars.
There you go.
So that's going to be something for him. So they'll be looking for a new coach here. Kim Freeman, who's the principal there, emailed me, and she said she'll be taking a leave starting June 1st, and Sammy LaCara is taking over as the principal. So she said he's going to be in charge of this hire. So we will keep you guys posted of what's going on. I talked to got an email from Miss Freeman, and I talked to Mr. LaCara on the phone for a bit, and they're going to keep us posted on what's going on, and we will keep you guys abreast of what's happening there.
Sure. So, well, thank you, Rob.
That was quick, huh?
Yeah, I guess you could check out now. So just folks, be on the lookout. Of course, we'll have results and photos from these summer leagues as these kids get prepped for next school year. Moving over to David. First and foremost, let's just jump into it. Tiki Tubing has elected to shut it down for the 2022 season on the heels of, we talked about last week, Mr. John Four and his sexual battery charge, as well as the Hilliard family's lawsuit against Tiki Tubing. The announcement to close came on, or after the announcement that his wife Patricia had been arrested as well. Give us a little bit of a walkthrough on that.
Yeah, that was news last Friday, I believe, where, yes, Patricia Four, the co-owner of Tiki Tubin, wife of John Four, she was arrested. She also was charged with sexual battery. Separate incident from her husband, though. The sheriff's office wanted to make that clear. These are two separate investigations, separate crimes, or alleged crimes, excuse me. And this complaint, whereas John Four's investigation started from a complaint that was received earlier this month, this complaint against Patricia Four goes back to 2019, and Sheriff Jason Ard, in a statement, kind of mentioned that he felt like that the case wasn't investigated as diligently as it should have been after it kind of like was reawakened after news of John Four's arrest. So they decided to investigate this further. They're conducting all new interviews and just trying to, I guess, more thoroughly investigate these accusations against Patricia Four. And as of last week, Tiki Tubin was going to be open. They had posted on their Facebook page that Tiki Tubin will open May 27th. That was up for a few days, and that was up even Friday. When I went through and posted the story, looked on their website, and it was still up there. Tiki Tubin opened on May 27th, and then Monday on their websites it says that they will not be opening. So they have reversed course from that. They cited the new rules that the council put in place and other complications. They didn't mention the legal issues, but I'm assuming that that's what other complications mean. That the two sexual battery charges that each of the owners face, and then a wrongful death lawsuit. So they said it was almost impossible for them to operate this year. And like we've talked about before, the council passed a new ordinance that had some safety measures in place, requiring businesses to operate on the water to provide life vests. And it doesn't necessarily mean that each person has to wear one, but they have to provide one should someone want them, because that was one of the issues in the Hilliard family's lawsuit. They said that they requested life vests and they were told that they could not receive one, that they were only for children, that adults wouldn't need them. And then a few hours later, Mr. Keith Hilliard drowned in the Amite River. So, I mean, that's kind of, so that was one of them. I know that they had to provide an instructional video and kind of put signs on the Amite, kind of pointing out the danger zones, just some what Miss Hilliard referred to as common sense rules. She had long said that she wasn't trying to shut down the business at all. She just wanted them to just let people know what they're getting in for, and that was one of her things, was she felt like they were never given a chance that day. But now Tiki Tubin has made that announcement that they would not be opening, and I believe that their Facebook page has also been deleted, because I looked to see if that post was still up there and I could not find it, nor a Tiki Tubin Facebook page. So it seems that they've taken down the page, and there's no calls go unanswered to the business. So I guess as of right now, they're just kind of going to let this legal process play out before they make a decision on their business. They didn't say that they were permanently closing, but kind of got that feeling from the statement that was on their website, that it sounds like that's a possibility that they might be permanently closed. And so we'll just wait to see how this whole process plays out to see if they'll reopen again.
Yeah, and as you were talking through that, I pulled out my phone, and it does appear that their Facebook page is gone.
Yeah,
because I follow them, and it wouldn't even appear on my search. So that very interesting as they navigate those legal processes. Getting into a piece of interesting and good news, which was brought to us by 21st Judicial District Judge, a lot to talk there, Brian Abels. There is going to be a Veterans Assistance Court that is coming to the 21st Judicial District.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm sorry, guys.
It's hard.
It's a mouthful. I got to work through it. So anyway, tell us a little bit about what the purpose of that court's going to be.
Yeah, this was something that justices or judges in Livingston Parish have been working for a few years. This is a veterans treatment court. It's going to handle cases involving veterans. It's a way just to just kind of help veterans who find themselves in legal issues, just kind of help them navigate those waters, get certain charges off their record. I have to say that there are certain charges that they will not let them qualify for the program. Violent crimes, that sort of thing, they will not be able to qualify for the program. But nonviolent offenses, some drug charges, that sort of thing. This is just a way to allow them to complete an 18-month program that could get this off their record, and this program has been a goal for some of the judges. Judge Brian Abels, he talked about how he first learned of this program while attending a high school football game. A veteran came up to him and said, "Hey, why don't y'all do something like this?" And he had never heard of it. So he did some research and realized, oh, this is something I want to do. Chief Justice Brenda Ricks, she talked about this when she was elected Chief Justice in 2021, that she wanted to get a veterans treatment court up and running. And it took a long time. She said she was told no a bunch, over and over again. And I mean, judging by they were able to secure a grant to get this program funded, but the odds were heavily against them. They got one of 10 grants awarded in the entire country. So that just kind of shows how hard it is to get this sort of program up and running. But they got it. They expect it to begin sometime this summer, hopefully. But right now, the biggest thing is they need mentors. Part of the program is this is a mentorship program where you have other veterans who mentor the veterans that are facing these criminal charges. And that's kind of, as Judge Abel said, the mentors are there to help keep them on the straight and narrow, just kind of keep them doing what they should be doing. So that's really what they're looking for right now is mentors. And you could apply to be a mentor by going to the 21st Judicial District's website. Yeah, that is a tongue twister. So you can be a mentor that way. But that's really the only thing to keep this from really launching in Livingston Parish. I know they said in Tangipahoa Parish they got a good response, but now they're trying to get the word out in Livingston because it covers the three parishes of Livingston, Tangipahoa, and St. Helena. Judge Abels will preside over the court in Livingston Parish, and Judge Dykes will preside over the court for Tangipahoa and St. Helena. But yeah, like I said, right now they need mentors, so you can go to their website, apply to be a mentor, and but yeah, it's just something that they all said that they've really been wanting to do, and now they finally see the fruits of that labor coming true. And I mean, it's pretty amazing that you get one of 10 federal grants that are awarded in the entire country, and this is one of only, I believe, 4 courts like this in the state, and there's 40-something districts, I believe. I can't remember the exact number of districts, but one of only 4 courts like this in the state. So, something special that locally we have here.
Sure. So yeah, big news there. Be on the lookout. As you and I were discussing, Judge Brian Abels wants to come sit down here and talk more about it and about the process. But it's kind of a last minute deal as to when they're going to get the money. So we'll let y'all know when they'll be coming in, or when the court will be coming in to talk about that. Now, last but certainly not least, told you guys this would be a quick show. Want to talk about a real quick announcement that the state is not going to require the COVID vaccine as part of sort of the vaccine series that you must have in children for schools.
Yeah, that's we'll see if that comes up again. It's this has been one of the topics the last 2 years since whenever the vaccine came out, if they would ever require it in school children. And as of right now, for the next school year, it will not be on the scheduled list of shots that students need to get. The Department of Health made that announcement last week. They said that they were kind of hoping that it would have received full FDA approval for children, which would have then allowed them to put it on there. But since it has not yet, they made the decision to not, just to not put it on that schedule. But they also wanted to make it clear that they do believe that the COVID vaccinations protect kids. Governor John Bel Edwards said that in a statement as well. Because right now it is the COVID vaccine is authorized full FDA approval for people 16 and older, but only emergency use for people 5 to 15. So right now they didn't want to. You don't know how it's going to. You have to give parents time to get these shots if it were to have been in place by now, full FDA approval for kids 5 to 15. possibly they would have went ahead with it, but to get, even if it were to be approved the next month or so, that doesn't really give parents enough time to get their kids vaccinated, those who have not been. And I mean, children are obviously the least vaccinated group in the state. Last I checked, it was around a quarter of kids 25% of kids 5 to 17 are fully vaccinated. So yeah, I mean that would be a lot. A lot of parents would be needing to get their kids vaccinated, or obviously there would have been the exemption form that is available for all vaccines. So that would also been a possibility. But yeah, as of right now, it will not be required for the next school year. And they kind of mentioned that in the school board meeting, that there's one less, I guess, headache, you could say, that local school officials will have to deal with, not having to worry about another vaccine, especially one that has gotten more attention than probably any other vaccine.
Sure. So, quick show today. Don't think it'll be that quick next week. Yeah, I would invite anyone listening to this, please go back to yesterday. You can find it on our Facebook page or our website at www.livingstonparishnews.com/podcast. Mr. Gray over here sat down for your second or third podcast interview that you've
Oh, no,
done.
this is my first.
This was your first? Okay.
This was my, I was about to say something inappropriate, but whatever. This is my cherry popper, so we're good.
He said it anyway.
He went.
This is it.
The first thing I thought was you always remember your first.
Yeah.
So
there you go.
So
send in your criticism if you like. I will take it all, because that was it was a little nerve wracking, but it was an important issue though, so it was necessary.
Yeah, I would invite you guys to go take a listen to that or watch it. They were talking about the development coming to Livingston Parish, which is a hot button issue at the moment, and definitely going to be a hot button issue tomorrow night at the parish council, or I guess tonight, since we were releasing this on Thursday. So please keep an eye on some of the stories coming out tomorrow.
Did we say who it was with?
It was with President Layton Rich.
I didn't know if we said that just now or not.
I did say that, didn't
Yeah.
I think so.
I was distracted by my comment. So.
Just totally derailed yourself. I like it. All right, so we're going to wrap it up here. But please, I do invite you guys to go back and watch that. David did a great job. And there's a lot to talk about. So it's about 26 minutes.
Exactly.
Yep. We always try to keep it under 30. We respect you guys' time. So, at any rate, let's let these guys introduce themselves. And this time we'll start with Rob, because we made him sit there.
Yeah, that's him. We're all right. Hey, this is Rob D. Armand, sports editor with the Livingston Parish News.
And this is David Gray, news writer with the Livingston Parish News.
And my name is McHugh David, publisher and editor of the news. Appreciate you guys joining us for the Livingston Parish News Weekly Show. This is Group Therapy, where I get to sit down with these two and talk about what's going on in Livingston Parish. Please remember the news is on Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, Instagram, and YouTube. We are once a week in print on Thursdays at $7 a month to get that in your mailbox. We're also online, www.livingstonparishnews.com. One last time, we appreciate you joining us, and we will see you next time.